Hi everyone, it's Lisa here. I'm back today with a little haul video for you. I think it's been about 2 or 3 months since my last one, and I've done a little bit of shopping since then. I've got some stuff that I've bought here in the UK, but also some items that I bought over at Simon Says Stamp in their sale at the end of, I think it was November last year. So I'll just start with a few of the items that I bought here in the UK. I was watching Jennifer Maguire's My Favourite Crafty Things at the end of last year. I don't know if any of you watched that, but I found it really useful because I have so little time to look at all the releases that come out. Many companies have monthly releases and I just don't seem to be able to keep up, and I know I'm missing out on seeing and buying lots of lovely things, so I thought I would watch her series and see what she was showcasing, just to give me an idea of stuff that was out there. So the first set that I picked up that she highlighted was the Sending Love and Hugs from PinkFresh Studio, and I have got the coordinating die with this too. This is a stamp layering set. Really pretty floral set. They do give you a guide on how to layer up the stamps on the back and so on, and how you use the die with it and so on. But I'm really excited. This is my first PinkFresh Studio purchase. I've been loving their stuff really ever since they started, but either don't have the time to buy anything or don't have the money at the time. So I thought I would pick this set up. You know, I love my florals, and I'm enjoying using stamp layering sets, I guess. I think they're a lot quicker than colouring, and sometimes speed is of the essence. So that was my first purchase. And then I also picked up these garden florals. This is a stencil layering set, and that is the picture of how they layer up on the back. It's just so pretty. And again, you know, it's a chance to use inks rather than colouring, and I just thought that was just a beautiful image, and it can be used as many florals can for so many different occasions. So yes, I think there's 5 stencils in there. It does say 5 pieces on the top there, so I'm looking forward to trying those out. As I said, it's such a beautiful, you know, they look lovely when they're layered up, so I can't wait to try that. Then I also picked up the heart grid cover. This is from Mama Elephant. I think I got this back in November last year, so I haven't used it yet. I like to leave things in their packaging until I've you know, kind of shown them in a haul. It doesn't always work, but I haven't used this yet, and I thought this was lovely. I do really like the circles one actually. But I thought this is just so pretty to use on its own, or if you've got little critter stamps or you want to do a little shaker with it or something like that, because you can put lots of different beads behind those openings. So I thought that would be something different for me. At some point I'll pick up the circle one, I'm just not sure when. And then finally, this was another set that was in one of Jennifer Maguire's videos, and I love a sentiment set, and I really like the font on this. This is Simply Said by Concord and 9th, and I just thought it had really, I love the kind of big sentiments there and the font that they're in, but also paired with something that's a lot more neutral. So it's a thank you, I've been thinking of you, way to go, you're perfect to me, you're amazing, you're so good to me, you're the best. So I thought I try to send out cards to thank people. You know, I probably do those more than any other card, to be honest, so I thought this would be a good option for me, and I've got some other Concord and 9th sets that I can pair that with, so really happy to have picked that up. So my next items are all from Simon Says Stamp. I had a little shop in their sale at the end of November, as I mentioned earlier. They usually have, I think it was 30% off in the Black Friday week, so they have lots of deals going on around that time, and I store up my list of things that I want, and I usually wait for that to appear and hope I can get things that I want. I was reasonably lucky this time. I got most of what was on my list, but I did pick up some 3 dies to start with. This is the Sending Smiles die. I thought this was a really nice font. I thought actually it was a CZ Design one, but it isn't. It looks quite similar to her style, but I thought that was a good generic die to have, Sending Smiles, for lots of different reasons. Of course, Happy Birthday. I don't have many Happy Birthday dies, or I don't have ones that aren't really not fancy, but delicate is the word. So I wanted something that was a little bit more kind of blocky, and I thought that this one, which is obviously one designed by CZ Design, you get the Happy Birthday and the shadow, so I thought I would get that one too. And then I picked up this frame die, the Merry die. I've got one which is called Thanks, and I've used it a lot, and I really I love the kind of option to have the frame and you can inlay it and so on. So I thought I would pick up the Merry for Christmas. Of course, I didn't use it for Christmas in 2020, but let's hope that my Christmas cards this year I actually use it. I still have stuff from Simon Says Stamp from 3 years ago that I haven't used yet that are Christmas items, so we shall see. My next item was another sentiment set. This is called Clean Line Gratitude. It's one of the ones that Kathy Zilski designed for Simon Says Stamp. I just love this font, I really do. I think, thank you, and I send so many thanks cards out, and I use the Simon Says Stamp Big Thanks a lot, and I just thought I wanted something a bit different and new. I haven't bought, you know, I've had that set for a few years now and it gets used an awful lot, so I thought I would go for something a little bit different. So the font's very different on this, and I did get the coordinating dies with it too, because I just love that look of being able to have the kind of the cutout, which is a clean line of it, I guess, rather than me cutting it with scissors. I think it's a really nice look, so I'm excited about using that. Then I picked up one of their floral sets. This is called Be Kind. I didn't get the coordinating dies for this. I was tempted to, but they were just too pricey, even with 30% off. I can't buy the dies for everything, unfortunately. So yeah, that's the set. A really lovely, nice kind of a spray at the bottom. And then I just like these. I think these are just look really beautiful on a clean and simple card, just with simple watercolouring. So I'm looking forward to trying that out. And then this item I've had on my list for absolutely ages, and it's always been out of stock whenever I've had a chance to go ahead and actually buy from Simon Says Stamp. So I finally picked up the Just Because Word Mix 2 set. I think this has probably been out. It probably came out the year before last. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, I really like I think they do a birthday one as well, which I would like, but I can't have both. So this one's got Sending Happy Thoughts, You're the Best, Lucky to Know You, Hope Your Day is Amazing, which of course can always be used for a birthday, and just lots of great sentiments, different sizes and fonts. And I did pick up the dies that go with that, because this is one of those sets where you can just stamp the sentiments all out at once and die cut them all in one go, and I just think that's such a fantastic feature. And I know other companies have done that since, but I really do like the option to do that and have some ready to actually put on a card. So that was that set. So my next two items are embossing folders. The embossing folders have made a bit of a comeback in the last sort of 4 to 6 months maybe, and Simon Says Stamp has brought out some lovely folders. I was sent one for their last release, which was really beautiful. The Splendid Leaves circle frame, I think it was. I don't have the card to hand to show you that I made with it, but I really enjoyed using it. I used it with Distress Oxides, and I think they're a fantastic price point, and they're just something a bit different to have in your stash. And I know you can emboss with stencils, but I do think you get a slightly different look if you use a folder. So that is the Peony bundle. I apologise for the light in here today. It's really quite bright, and I didn't want to put the blinds down, or I thought it'd be too dark for the video, but I hope you can see the detail on these. This is the Lumen folder, so this is just much more of a basic pattern. Obviously the Peony bundle's an image, but this is I think will be great as just an added interest behind any kind of image that you want to put in front of it, and also really good for masculine cards. So that is the Lumen folder. My last few items from Simon Says Stamp. This is the You Are background stamp. I do have the You Matter one, and it's a larger font, but I thought I would pick up the You Are. I like background stamps, obviously, that I can use as a background, and this is it is a much smaller font than the You Matter one, so it's a little bit kind of less obvious if you use it as a background, and I thought that would be quite a good thing to have in my stash. So I picked up that, and I also picked up my usual Fog cardstock, so nothing much to say about that other than the fact I love it because it's a great neutral cardstock, so I always pick some up when I shop. And then I got this as a free set. I don't know, does it have, yeah, abstract. I wonder if that's a typo. It is, Abstract Holiday. It says Abstract on the back. But anyway, it's the Abstract Holiday set, and they were giving this away if you ordered over a certain amount, so that was put in as well. Really nice actually, lovely to colour, and very kind of contemporary feel to that, so fingers crossed I shall use that next year, or this year, but in December. On to my last few items. This is, I picked up some watercolour cardstock. I have got some Karin markers I got about 6 weeks ago, and I was using them on Strathmore Smooth, the Bristol Strathmore Smooth, and I think that they worked pretty well on that, to be honest, aside from a few colours. But people were recommending Fabriano Artistico as an alternative to Bristol Strathmore Smooth, and I thought I would pick up some of their cardstock so I could see how the Karin markers work on that. So this is the, I think it's 5x7, it is 5x7 block of cardstock. It's 100% cotton, extra white, which I really like. So Fabriano Artistico, and this is the hot pressed. And I also picked up some of the cold pressed as well. I'd like to have both options. Obviously I use the hot pressed if I've got a more detailed image that I've stamped. So I'm looking forward to trying the Karin markers out on these, and I think these are just a very good cardstock to have in your stash. I know lots of people love this brand, this particular cardstock for their crafting, so I thought I would try those. And last but not least, I've got 3 more oxides to add to my collection. I really love using my oxides, and whilst I don't think I'm going to get them all, I say that now, who really knows, but I did want to try out some of the new colours. I already have Speckled Egg, so I've also picked up Crackling Campfire and Rustic Wilderness. Both of those came out last year. And while I was ordering, I picked up Pine Needles as well. So I think I got these from Craft Stash in the UK, along with a few re-inkers and things, which, you know, we always need. So I'm going to be swatching those up this afternoon and hoping to get to play with them soon. But that brings me to the end of my haul. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to list all the products that I've ordered or bought in the description below, and I will have them over on my blog as well in case you want to look at them in any more detail. But thanks again for joining me, and I'll be back soon with another video for you. Bye for now.